Hey folks, Matthew Raetzel here again with another fun tip to enhance your music and audio projects. Today's tutorial isn't here to teach you necessarily how to create a new work from scratch, but rather to inspire you to utilize existing tools and sounds to shape new material from your work. So having said that, today's sound that I'm showing you is created from a series of existing sounds in my library and layered together in Adobe Audition with compression and some other sound effects to create something fun and useful for future work. So let's go ahead and play the sound. All right, so let's break this down. I'm gonna start by turning off the effects and letting you hear each individual sound in its purest form. So let's do that first. Now you'll notice hits 1 and 2 are the same sound. I did that so that we could move one of them to the right just a little bit and achieve that flam sound effect and just give it a little bit more character. Now let's look at the bottom track for the hit. It's a sub sound, and I highly recommend layering it into any hits you create just to give the sound a little bit more body. You can create an Adobe Audition by going to Effects, Generate, and Tones. I'm going to pause for a second so you can take a look and see the settings that I use to make this sound. One last little note, both sounds used to create the riser sound are actually reverse sounds, the top track being a cymbal and the bottom being an explosion. So let's move on to the effects used to enhance the sound. First, I created a bus track for all the effects and routed them to each individual track, with the exception of the sub. This allows any sound routed to the bus track to use the same effects. The first effect that I've used in Adobe Audition is the guitar suite, which you can find under Effects, Special, and Guitar Suite. I found that the preset drum suite seems to add kind of an interesting tail to the hits. So let's compare the sounds with and without that effect. All right, moving on. The second effect I used is the multi-band compressor, which you can find in Effects, Amplitude and Compression, and Multi-Band Compressor. Looking through this tool, I felt the broadcast preset seems to really bring out the hit in the way that I envision the sound. So let's compare those again. And last but not least, I wanted to add a bit of a distorted effect into the entire sound, so I used the Dynamics Processing tool to do that. The plugin can be found in the same spot as Multi-Band Compressor. This tool is a bit sensitive, so I created my own linear preset to create the sound I needed. As you can see, I created my first point around 15 dB here, negative 15 dB, and the second one around negative 76 dB here. Let's hear what it sounds like now, which should be the completed sound. So there you have it, folks. A new sound you can make with other things you already have in stock. I always encourage experimenting with what you have and seeing what kind of sounds you'll surprise yourself with. It's very easy these days for us to just buy another library that sounds how we want, but sometimes your best work comes from just experimenting with the things right in front of you. Be sure to check out some of the work on my channel. I'd love to answer any questions you might have on other audio subjects. Feel free to send me questions. I'd love to answer them with more tutorials. Thanks, guys, and have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Cheers.